Alakazam and Gengar are two of the best possible Pokemon for a Gen 1 solo run in Pokemon Red and Blue. But which one can beat the game faster on super minimum battles? Super minimum battles means we're cutting out every possible skippable trainer in the game, not just by routing but also trading in an HM Pokemon and getting a freshwater via Pokemon Stadium 2. We covered all of that in the Mewtwo race. But just because Mewtwo can do this challenge doesn't mean any other Pokemon can do it. So we're going to take two of the best possible solo running Pokemon and find out if they can beat Red and Blue on these settings. Now, Rival 1 is incredibly simple. In the case of Gengar, I put it up against the Bulbasaur line. This might seem a little bit strange, but the logic is this. If the champion has a Squirtle or a Charmander, then he's going to have an Exeggutor on his final team, a Pokemon that can't actually damage a Gengar. At least this way, everything other than his Rhydon will be able to damage this Pokemon. In the case of Alakazam, on the other hand, I put it up against the Charmander line. I figure a move like Slash could be a major wall for it in the late game. So as both of our challengers do their early game fetch quest to get Oak's parcel, let me break down some rules. We are running this on 0 DVs, or 0 IVs for those of you coming from later gens. It means that both of these Pokemon are the weakest possible version of the Pokemon. If we can do it with these, then we know that any random generation of these Pokemon would be able to complete this challenge. Now, as mentioned in the intro, we are going to skip every possible trainer we can by trading in a fresh water and an HM Pokemon using the Pokemon Stadium games. I don't actually have the setup to do that properly, so I'm using GameHook for this, but we've covered already in the previous video how you could do that legally. So the time and everything that's shown in the end will be just the game time here, including the time that it took me to set everything up on GameHook. On top of that, both of these runs are first attempts. I didn't do any optimizations. I'm going to do those in a later video. But for now, we're just proving whether or not other Pokemon can even complete this challenge, given that Mewtwo, even with TMs, was struggling at the end. Other standard solo running rules apply: no items in battle, no other Pokemon in battle, no intentional glitches or RNG manipulations. But one additional rule that I'm going to add is no vitamins. Something that I do in every single run, but the reason is because we want to stick with the theme of the weakest possible version of the Pokemon, no matter what level it happens to be. With that being said, I will use rare candies in this one because we needed them for Mewtwo, and I highly doubt either of these Pokemon can complete this challenge without them. So let's find out which beats the game faster, our Gengar named Throw Shade, or our Alakazam named Kazam. So with all that being said, let's get into the challenge. At this point, Gengar is only slightly ahead. It's just because of the time that it took me to put inputs into GameHook for these. There's always going to be some random variation. There's nothing we can do about that. But they're both basically moving on through this section of the game pretty quickly, and it's Gengar who reaches the Brock fight first. But let's see how that fight actually goes. So here, let's go ahead and confuse Ray first. And, I mean, heck, we can lick if we really want to. Just mostly doing this to conserve PP. Okay, and whenever we paralyze him, we just get a free turn. Perfect. Okay. So we want to use Nightshade, except when he uses Bide. Ooh, rip. I messed up. No. I was holding auto A by accident. No. Okay, so rip. We lose the first one to me being bad. Here we can just Nightshade. This will go faster. Okay. 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 So we want to confuse this one for sure. In fact, I'm going to lick him. So there he's paralyzed. And he full heals. Okay, so he unleashes energy, but it doesn't do that much there. Okay, now we've just won. Okay, there we go. Alright, so 5 minutes to get through that. So yeah, I think we're a little bit slower than Alakazam, because Alakazam could just rely on all-out power. Alright, let's start the Brock fight here. I'm going Confusion. It's not as strong as Psychic was in the last one, but it's a 4-hit KO even there. We've leveled up to level 9, and now Confusion, we confuse the Onix. And it hits itself in confusion and we knock it out. There we go. We get to level 11 here. No problem. No problem at all. So misclicks with Gengar aside, Alakazam has a much easier time with the Brock fight. It's always going to do better because of the fact that Confusion is a same type special move, which means it's going to easily knock out both of those Pokemon, assuming you don't get any critical hits from the Geodude. Gengar, on the other hand, only really does decent damage by using Nightshade, which is never going to one-shot or even two-shot these Pokemon. We're going to have to just grind them down over time, so Alakazam should beat this fight faster. And the next section is more of the same. As long as Gengar is stuck with Nightshade as its primary damage dealing move, it's always going to have to go back to the Pokemon Center more often. It's going to be slower in this section. So it's really no surprise that at the time that Alakazam reaches Misty, Gengar hasn't even entered Mount Moon. But Misty does have a Psychic type in Starmie that could be a wall here, so let's find out if Alakazam can win this fight first. Alright, so let's go. We're going to lead off with Confusion here. It's going to be a 2-hit KO on the Staryu. Nice. Here she X defends, but we confuse the Starmie. And... come on. Oh no, it bubble beamed. So we got taken down there. Okay, let's try this again. Let's try again. You know? Okay, so we take down the Staryu. Bubble Beam critical hit turn 1, are you kidding me? Come on. Okay. Hey, there she X defends. She's confused. She misses. There we finally get through. Okay, so we level up to level 19. That was rough. And I'm not sure there's much that we can do. But we do have a huge advantage here because now we can let Mew cut this tree down, zip down south, and we're immediately going to get access to Psychic here. Alright, so the Misty fight, I think for this Staryu, we just want to take it down ASAP. Okay, so here Starmie, we definitely need to confuse this Pokemon. We're looking for good confusion luck and not critical hits here. Ideally, we want her to use things like X Defend here to give us a chance. So clearly Misty is way less consistent for these Pokemon that are weaker than Mewtwo. Surprising, I know. You know, earth-shattering findings here. Okay, she X defends there. We're going to use Confuse Ray, of course. She hits herself, good. She's no longer confused, but we knock her out. There we go. So we get to level 19 right there. We are doing just fine. So Misty turned out to be a wall for both of our challengers. In a normal run, we would be able to get more levels by going up to Bill's house. We would get TMs like Thunder Wave, Seismic Toss, and Dig that could make that fight much more manageable. But on these settings, we just have to fight her with our starting movesets. And that means neither Pokemon could really do enough damage, and they were too weak to take the critical hits from that Starmie. But now that that's done, we can use Cut to move south, enter Saffron City, get access to Psychic, and now both of our challengers are going to try their hand at Erica. And it turns out that Gengar gets there just a little bit before Alakazam, so let's see how this fight goes. Okay. So here, I'm going to go Psychic here. Wrap. Okay, Wrap can't really do that much. Razor Leaf, Poison Powder. She's just attacking randomly because she doesn't have any moves that can actually do anything to us. Here, I think we just Nightshade on the Tangela, because in this version, Tangela only has normal type moves, so easy. We'll go Confuse Ray on Vileplume. It hits itself, perfect. Get a nice critical hit there. And we have won easily on Erica. That was a cakewalk. Come on. Alright, so here we go. Erica times Psychic right here on the Victory Bell. Looks like a 2-hit KO. Oh, and it landed a big wrap on us. Okay, and then we get Bind. Are you kidding me? Wrap followed by Bind. That was terrible. Terrible, I say. Nonsense. Oh, there's the crit. And then we can just use Confusion to finish that one off. Psychic here. Okay, we get Bind here again. Okay, Constrict doesn't really matter, but our speed fell. Okay, we do take that one down though. Psychic here. And it's a 2-hit KO, so we get knocked out. Man, oh man, that speed drop actually mattered there. Oh man, we'd have had it otherwise. Okay. Oh, but here, we do get to knock that one out. Nice. Psychic here, special drop, and we take it down. And now we're to Vileplume with decent health, but we're asleep. No. Come on, if Sleep Powder doesn't hit, literally any other move, we win. Any other move, we won right there against Erica. That's why I have to keep trying her. We got to keep this going. Poison Powder misses. Nice. We level up to level 21. Okay, we get Bind this time. That's perfectly fine. Level up to level 22. Poison Powder misses, and there we go. We finally win and get to level 23. We gained a level off of every single Pokemon on our team. So both of our challengers beat Erica, but Gengar's typing gave it a little bit of an advantage there. It got through the fight faster. But now my plan is to go on to Rival 4 and see if I can beat him, because if I can, the channelers should be super easy in the Pokemon Tower because we have access to Psychic. And if we can get some extra levels here, it should make Lieutenant Surge an absolute joke. But let's find out if Rival 4 is even possible at this point, starting with Gengar. Against Rival 4. So first things first, Pidgeotto doesn't know any attacks that can actually damage us. We have to use Nightshade here though. I want to save the Psychics for later on. Okay, so we knock that one out. Cool. We confuse Gyarados. We get Dragon Rage though. Oh, and I misclicked and reused Confuse Ray there. Okay. So here, let's go Nightshade. Nightshade, Nightshade. There it goes. It hits itself in confusion. Oh, and he's just using Dragon Rage. We can be hit by Hydro Pump too, but Dragon Rage just does so much damage here. And he wants to use only those two moves because those are the only two that can hit us, Hydro Pump or Dragon Rage. So this might actually be a spot where it's actually far less consistent to come in here. Okay, well, we'll just do that. Here, Psychic does that much. We got a special drop, but it still knocks us out in 2 hits. Yeah, I don't know. We might have to just hold off on that fight for a minute. Okay, so then let's teleport back. Here we can heal up. Because, of course, once we get Thunderbolt, we have a solution for that Gyarados. But until then, that Gyarados is kind of a savage. So Gengar has to give up on Rival 4 and make its way down to Lieutenant Surge, but let's see if Alakazam can succeed where Gengar failed. Okay, Psychic right here. Not quite a one-hitter, but man, I think we just knock it out. Yes. Let's go Psychic on the execute. Okay, it goes Barrage. That's not too bad. And we knock it out. Cool. Gyarados. Dragon Rages to one-shot us. Are you kidding me? Come on. Come on. Rival 4 being a troll out here. Okay. Confusion there. Psychic. Okay, we knocked that one out. Psychic. We get a Hydro Pump. Critical hit. Come on, we just need Leer. Give me a Leer, buddy. Okay, we get a quick attack there. That was pretty bad. Okay. Oh, we survive. We Mega Punch that one down. And now Psychic. Not a one-hitter, but we do survive. There we go. We beat our rival, Agatha. So one of the quirks of super minimum battles is that you can't use any Pokemon centers until you beat Lieutenant Surge. But if you beat Rival 4, you can just heal up in the Pokemon Tower in the Purified Protected Zone. So now Alakazam gets a bunch of easy battles, while Gengar has to go take its first attempt at Surge. Can it get it done? It's Surge. So here I'm going to lead off with Psychic, I think. Okay, it just barely isn't a one-hitter there. Psychic here is a one-hitter. Raichu, we outspeed. We get a special drop there. So Thunderbolt does even less. Thundershock, no problem. We easily win. And we get to level 24 and we get TM 24. So I'm going to go ahead and learn TM 24. So fortunately, Gengar lost very little time on Lieutenant Surge. It can go back and fight Rival 4. At the same time, Alakazam is making its way to the top of the Pokemon Tower. Okay, so here, that's a ghost. And ghosts like Pokédolls, apparently. Cubone's mama, all it ever wanted was its own Pokédoll. Here, I'm going Confusion on that one. Confusion there too. We'll go Psychic on the Golbat just to make sure it's a one-hitter. We can learn Psybeam, which we will learn over Confusion. It's the better move. Nice. And here, let's fight this Rocket now, where Psybeam, I think, is the play. I think even the Rattata goes down to Psybeam, yeah. We'll go Psychic on Raticate just in case. And Psybeam. Oh, look at that. Easy game. Okay, so here we have saved Mr. Fuji. The Fuge. He has nothing but respect for us as he gives us that Poké Flute. And as Alakazam cleaned up the end of the tower, Gengar got back to fight Rival 4, now with Thunderbolt. Maybe it can take out that Gyarados. So here, Thunderbolt, one-shots there. Thunderbolt, easily one-shots there. Nice. Here I think we go Psychic. Here, Nightshade should just finish that one off. Kadabra. Nightshade, he goes Confusion, Nightshade, cool. Ivysaur, we can just go Psychic. Vine Whip will do nothing, and a Nightshade. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So, there we go. We beat our rival Sabrina. So as Gengar makes its way through the rest of the Pokemon Tower, Alakazam is finally going to start to backtrack to go fight Lieutenant Surge. I did decide to fight the one required Rocket Grunt inside of Silphco since he's an easy one-shot with Psychic, but outside of that, I don't think any other battles are possible at this point. Now, a couple people commented on previous videos asking if it was possible to transfer something like a bicycle or a Poké Flute via Pokemon Stadium 2. It's not. So the only way to progress down to Koga is at least to go to Vermilion City and get the bike voucher. And since Surge is such a joke anyway, we may as well just beat him while we're down there. But at this point, it's pretty safe to say that both of our challengers are neck and neck. There's not really a clear favorite given that Gengar has already beaten Surge, while Alakazam has already beaten the Pokemon Tower. And I don't foresee Koga being particularly difficult for either of these challengers, so the next real tests are probably going to be Blaine and Rival 5. But there is one advantage that's starting to become apparent. Gengar has more type coverage. The fact that it can learn Thunderbolt means that it has super effective moves against water and flying types, where Alakazam is stuck with normal and psychic type moves. So will Alakazam's same typing with the use of Psychic, plus maybe moves like Recover, make it capable of keeping up with Gengar as we move forward? First things first, let's see how the Surge fight goes. Let's go, Voltorb time. Psychic, one shot. Pikachu, I don't even respect Pikachu enough to go Psychic. I'm going Psybeam. And now on the Raichu, Psychic. Not quite a one-hitter, but ooh, X-Speed allowed him to hit me with a Thunderbolt. It doesn't matter. We completely destroy Lieutenant Surge, Chump, Joke, Laughing Stock. I mean, just the worst gym leader ever. So as Alakazam made quick work of Lieutenant Surge, this was the point where I had to make a decision on how to route with Gengar. Do I go fight Rival 5 or do I go to Koga's gym? I decided to go to Koga's gym, which would sound really difficult. I mean, the two jugglers have teams of Psychic-type Pokemon that could absolutely destroy Gengar if I just got hit enough times. Fortunately, we've gotten access to Hypnosis, and while a lot of people hate on this move, it's only 60% accurate, but what we've seen time and again in my minimum battles runs is that Pokemon that have sleep moves, especially if they're fast enough to outspeed opponents, do really well and often can beat the game with far fewer resets than Pokemon that are just relying on all-out offensive attack power. And since Gengar is fast enough that it can outspeed everything except the first Juggler's Kadabra, we actually have a decent shot of getting through these fights, which means Gengar can easily make its way to Koga well before Alakazam even reaches Fuchsia City. And unlike Pokemon Yellow, where Koga's team could do pretty good damage against a Gengar, I think this one's going to be a layup. So here, I think we don't even mess around. I think we're just going to put Psychic in the top slot. Not quite a one-hitter there, funny enough. Okay. So these are probably 2-hit KOs here. Sludge doesn't do that much though, so that's fine. Here's Psychic. One-shot's there. Psychic, and I mean, if he wants to self-destruct, perfectly fine, but we easily take him down. So yeah, Koga's gym, not hard at all. So Gengar walks out of Koga's gym just as Alakazam is entering town, so Gengar has opened up a small advantage at this point. And it's about to get a little bit bigger, because Alakazam doesn't have any good solutions for the psychic types in this gym. And it's not really going to have anything to do against the enemy Alakazam on Rival 5's team either, so it's not like that's an easier fight. So I decided to learn TM49 in order to get Tri-Attack. It's at least 80 base power, it should do neutral damage against these psychic types, but our attack stat is so low that it's better off just using Psychic here. Even though Psychic is resisted, we can get special drops and it's the same type move, so it's doing a lot more damage than Tri-Attack in practice. But Alakazam is going to struggle here for a little while, which means that our Gengar can actually make its way to the Rival 5 fight and try to open up an even bigger lead. So fortunately, Pidgeot's not too scary. We can just go Thunderbolt here. Easy win. Gyarados. Ooh, is not a one-hitter. Ooh, that's scary. Okay. Growlithe is the easiest Pokemon by far. Here we just Psychic twice and we win. Now Alakazam. And we outsped, but we missed Hypnosis. Okay. So we can win this. This is a winnable fight. Oops. There. Here, Nightshade should just finish the job. It does. There, we put the Gyarados to sleep, and now Thunderbolt, again, is a 2-hitter, but we do take that one down. Cool. Okay, we missed the Hypnosis here, but now we're landing it if he'll just stay asleep. Okay, Psychic and Psychic. Okay. Okay, we get Alakazam to sleep at least. Oh, this is like a speed tie. Okay, but we do take that one down. Venusaur. Come on. Oh, we couldn't put the Venusaur to sleep. Otherwise, I think we win. I don't think Venusaur is a one-hit KO with Psychic. That's why I was trying to put it to sleep. Okay. So we've got these first 3 Pokemon, no problem. In fact, we should probably just Psychic here. And just take that one down. Cool. Okay, we land Hypnosis. Nightshade is like a 3-hitter here. Oh, and he gets a critical hit with Confusion. Are you kidding me? Like, we should have survived from that range without a crit. So that's why I was just attacking. And there's also the chance that we outspeed, you know, we win the flip and outspeed, and yeah. Okay. There, we can't keep the Gyarados asleep. Yeah, this is just going to be way less consistent than Alakazam, I think, no matter what we do. Ah, come on.
Okay. Potions on Gyarados, but that's fine. Psychic here. I think a critical hit Psychic would just one-shot there. Okay, we get that Alakazam to sleep this time. Okay, we knock that one out. Now we're to Venusaur on good health, but look at that. Yeah, this is like a 3-hit KO, except we got the special drop, so it was a 2-hitter.
So Gengar struggled quite a bit on Rival 5. The fact that it couldn't one-shot the Pidgeot or the Gyarados with Thunderbolt, the fact that it couldn't get the Hypnosis to land when it really needed it on the Venusaur. It's par for the course when you're using Hypnosis strategies, but it does give time for Alakazam to catch up, which means Alakazam is going to take on Koga, and let's see if it can just one-shot everything. Koga time! Let's go. Psychic here. One-shot. Psychic on the muck. It's looking like a 2-hitter. I'm going to use Psybeam to finish it off. Cool. Maybe Psybeam just finishes. Yeah, it just does in the coughing there. And then Psychic. We get hit by a massive sludge. We've got 1 HP. Oh, that was so close. And we survive. Oh, God. That's just stupid. Oh, this game. This game is beautiful. The 1 HP survival there against Koga is what I live for. That's the whole reason for playing Pokemon, okay? Nobody will ever convince me otherwise. It's all about the 1 HP survival. And as we come back to the side-by-side view, we can see that as Alakazam beat Koga, Gengar was still busy just grinding away against Rival 5. That fight was still going on. All those resets were just stacking up. And it kind of makes sense that Alakazam would struggle against Rival 5 too. Fortunately, there is another battle that we can try. Blaine. There's nothing stopping us from just surfing down to Cinnabar Island and trying to take him on, and given that in Pokemon Red and Blue he has a much worse team, and worse AI, given the fact that he's gonna just use super potions when he's on full health, this might be the way to get an advantage. But the other reason why I thought it was necessary to go down to Blaine at this point with Alakazam is to get a badge boost in Special. Because Alakazam doesn't have access to status. The only way it's going to beat opponents is by overpowering them. So powering up our most important stat is a key to making it so that future fights are actually manageable. Yes, we can use Recover in order to replenish HP, but at the end of the day, we're not that bulky, so we're just going to have to be able to hit harder than our opponents hit us. And as we enter the Blaine fight, it turns out that at the same time, Gengar was getting ready to take on Giovanni. Now we know the Giovanni fight is basically going to be a joke for Gengar, so let's check the Blaine fight first and then pop back to that one. Alright, so Blaney boy time. My game plan, Psychic. Does decent damage there. Psybeam to finish that one off, cool. Psychic here. The Ponyta also takes a special drop. I'm going to recover. Okay, it uses Growl. That's perfect. Psybeam will finish the job. Psychic here on the Rapidash. It missed. Oh, the Stomp. The Stompy Stomp. Oh, God. Okay, there's the Growl. Nice. So we knock it out. We are up to level 34 now. Fire Blast. Scary. But then we get a Roar. Now we Super Potions. Okay, special drop. Oh, he gets a critical hit Fire Blast after the special drop. Are you kidding me? If not for that crit, I think we win there. And critical hit, nice. Psychic. Special drop. Okay, he goes to Ember. Okay, takedown. Come on, he keeps critting to knock us out at the end too. Oh, that's stupid. Okay, gets the attack miss. Special drop. We'll recover. Try attack. I don't even respect you anymore. I'm gonna try attack you. We get burned by the... Oh God, and then we get the critical hit takedown again. Oh man. Arcanine is kind of being a savage here.
Like, I really do think that we can win. Well, not there. Critical hit takedown from the Growlithe knocks us out even. Oh, man. But we've been so close so many times to just winning that I don't see any reason to stop trying to win here. You know? Like, you know, make him prove that he can do it every time, right? Okay, Fire Spin this time. But yeah, that Stomp did a lot of damage. Okay, so we're getting back to Arcanine here. Psychic, special drop. He misses takedown. He goes Roar. There you go. That's the Blaine I know. We beat him. We level up to level 35. It's probably optimal to use some rare candies there. We're definitely not beating Mewtwo at this pace, but, you know, still, we're not doing bad.
So Alakazam finally beats Blaine, though it struggled quite a bit. Now let's check in on Gengar's Giovanni fight.
This is terrible. Okay, so here, Nidorino, Psychic, one shot, no problem. Now, Kangaskhan, I don't think we need to worry about because it can't do any damage to us. Same here with this Rhyhorn. It literally can't do anything to a Gengar. So we just use Nightshade over and over again. Nidoqueen, Psychic, and only Poison Sting could even hit us, so we're perfectly fine there. We win every time that one.
And due to Alakazam's struggles against Blaine, Gengar even catches up and gets to the Blaine fight itself, so let's see how its first attempt goes.
He does have Smart AI, so he does know that he can only use... Oh, but he's only going to use Agility here. Oh god. He's like, Agility, it's super effective, right? Let's see here. Okay, this one's only going to use Fire Spin on us. We should just put this one to sleep, I think, so that we can pretty easily just knock it out. There we go, Nightshade. Rapidash. Again, another Pokemon that's only going to use Fire Spin on us. Let's go Psychic. We might get a special drop. There's a special drop, yes. So he can Super Potion here, it's fine. Nightshade will finish the job. And we could learn Dream Eater. I'm not going to in this one. We could always learn it via TM later if we choose to. And here I'm kind of hoping for a special drop on this Arcanine. There it gets the special drop and there we win. Easy game. Easy game. So nice. 37 minutes in, but we have beaten 6 gyms. We're headed to fight Sabrina now. She's the only available trainer on Super Minimum Battles.
So with Blaine going down, Gengar has opened a decisive lead. It's already completed Silph-Co, while Alakazam still hasn't fought Rival 5. But now it has to take on Sabrina, who could be the biggest wall in this run. Let's find out.
So Sabrina time. I think we need to put this Kadabra to sleep. I'm going Nightshade here. I think this is the best play. Yes. Cool. Okay. Going to put Mr. Mime to sleep. Gonna try to keep it asleep. It used Light Screen, so clearly in this spot, the best decision is Nightshade yet again. It will ignore anything else. Here, Psychic on Venomoth is not a one-hitter. So now I feel like we have to put this one to sleep to have any shot. Okay. And now the Alakazam uses Reflect turn 1. That was perfect, actually. So here we can Nightshade. 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 Oh, we get through on the first attempt. Are you kidding me? She can use Reflect. That's the answer.
So Sabrina turned out to not be a challenge at all for Gengar. Now can Alakazam answer with a quick win against Rival 5?
So in this one, leads off with Pidgeot. I'm going to go Psychic, of course. Get a special drop. And we knock it out. Psychic here on the Execute, I think, is the most damage. Fortunately, Execute can't really do that much to us, so Oh, well, it can poison and leech seed us, but I'm just going to take this opportunity to, you know, heal up a little bit. Okay, so now his Alakazam comes out. I'm going to recover here. I'm going to go try attack. Okay, he disables Psybeam, but I think that's fine. Here, I'm just gonna heal up a bit. Okay, he disables Recover now. We get a crit there. Okay, Charizard time. Psychic. It goes Leer, and we win. Oh, look at you. Look at the embarrassment that is Rival 5. You know, the joke of Pallet Town. That was a very Agatha move of you, Agatha. I'm gonna save the game before we fight against Giovanni. Let's just see how this goes. Okay, Psybeam right here is fine, I think. I'm gonna go Psychic on the Kangaskhan. Nice. I think Psybeam's fine for Rhyhorn. And Psychic on Nidoqueen. No problem. One-hit KO. Easy. Easy one-hit KO fest there on Giovanni. He's a joke in Pokemon Red and Blue. It's kind of a joke in Pokemon Yellow too, for what it's worth.
So Alakazam does score a couple quick victories, keeping the gap from growing in this section. But as it was beating Giovanni number 2 in Silphco, the Gengar was taking on Giovanni 3 in his gym. So let's find out if it can beat it on the first attempt. This is actually a much easier fight in Pokemon Red and Blue than Pokemon Yellow, because none of his Pokemon know Earthquake.
And I can do that easily with Thunderbolt, and just hope that it uses Tail Whip on me. Okay. Okay, I think we're guaranteed to outspeed everything now. Oh, but we level up. No. Okay. Oh, but he guard specs. Oh, noob. There, we one-shot the Nidoqueen. We one-shot the Nidoking. And now, this one can only hit us with Fissure. Oh, but it can't because we outspeed. Oh, his Rhydon can do literally nothing against Gengar. That's stupid.
So with another easy victory in the bag, Gengar can now move on to Rival 6 in the Elite 4, and we're just seeing so many advantages that Gengar has over Alakazam. The fact that it can avoid damage from a lot of opponents, the fact that it has better type coverage, and the fact that it has status to augment that type coverage means that it's a Pokemon that can get through a lot of challenging fights very, very easily. So Alakazam has to hope that it hits a wall while it tries to take on Sabrina. And if we can get through this fight, we might just be able to catch up.
Alright, so Sabrina time. I think we lead off with Try Attack here. We don't really mind the disability here. We're just going to keep trying to attack with the Try Attack. We're trying hard, guys. We're a try-hard Alakazam here. Now, Psybeam? Oh, it's not quite enough. It's a 2-hit KO. Now, here's the thing. The Alakazam is never going to actually try to damage us. It's just going to spam Recover over and over again. So I'm going Psychic, hoping for special drops here. Come on. Okay, there's the first special drop. There's another special drop. Okay. Okay. So we got quite a few special drops there. Now we're kind of hoping to confuse it and get it to hit itself in confusion for a turn. Okay, there it hits itself in confusion. So there we get a slight advantage. He's no longer confused. Became confused again. Hits itself. Okay, and hits itself. There we go. We beat Sabrina. So that one's just going to be really random. We need special drops. We need confusion. Things like that. in order to make that work. But now we have 7 gym badges. We just have to go fight Giovanni once again in his gym. This is not too bad. 42 minutes so far. For a first attempt, completely unoptimized. We haven't used any rare candies. So Alakazam does get through the Sabrina fight, but it was pretty tedious, and it's always going to be that way in Pokemon Red and Blue because she has smart AI, causing her to only use Recover over and over and over again against an enemy Psychic type. So while you might think that Sabrina would be harder and take more time for a Gengar, it's actually harder for an Alakazam in Red and Blue. And that means Gengar has a chance to keep extending its lead, taking on Rival 6. Thunderbolt here, because this one just uses agility. Yeah, so no problem there. Rhyhorn, we don't even need to worry about. Okay, we get a badge boost there, that's perfectly fine. Second badge boost, also perfectly fine, but we level up. Thunderbolt right here is a one-hitter. Here we put this one to sleep. Okay. I mean, we can really just do anything here and win. Alakazam is the scary one. We survive. Now it looks like we're no longer in a speed tie though, we're just purely outsped. But we do win. We put Venusaur to sleep, now just Psychic. And the special drop yet again, so it's a 2-hit KO there, perfect. It would have been a 3-hitter without the special drop, but yeah, 2-hitter there. So Gengar is now going to prepare for the Elite Four. It's going to make its way to Victory Road. That means that Alakazam will have a little bit of time here to catch up on the Giovanni fight and the Rival 6 fight. So let's check those two out and then see how Gengar does in its first attempt against the League. Alright, so fortunately he doesn't have a Mewtwo in this one, so we can just Psybeam. Oh, it's not a one-hitter. It's a 2-hitter on the Rhyhorn. That was bad. Psychic here on Dugtrio is a one-shot though. Psychic on Nidoqueen, nice. Psychic on Nidoking, nice. Let's go. Oh, we get to learn Reflect. You know what? I'm going to learn Reflect over Tri-Attack. I don't think Tri-Attack's actually pulling its weight. And Reflect lets us reduce physical damage. Okay, and it's a 2-hit KO there on the Rhydon, but he guard specs like an absolute legend. He's just like, I could hit you with an attack, but to prove I'm a great trainer, guard spec. just the logic of like, oh no, it's an Alakazam. I'm going to use a guard spec. But Alakazam doesn't use any status moves in this version. Hey, I'm the 8th gym leader, not you. Oh man. Here, let's fight rival number 6. So here, I'm going to use Reflect, because Reflect lasts the entire battle in Gen 1. That's going to reduce damage from things like Wing Attack an awful lot. Here, I'm going to stick with just Psybeaming here. Execute comes out. I'm going to Psychic here. It misses the Poison Powder. Oh, there it Stun Spores me, though, and Leech Seeds me. Jerk. Okay, we get a special drop on the Gyarados, and nice. Here, I'm going to recover here, because we're going to have to take hits here is the problem. Okay, we're gonna recover here. We get wrecked because of the Leech Seed, okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. First things first, I'm going to PP up on Psychic. We obviously need more PP. Everybody needs more PP. Okay, so let's try round 2 here. We're going to Reflect, Psychic here. In fact, I feel like I should just Psybeam here. On these Pokemon that I don't really respect, I should just Psybeam. Keep my Psychics for later on. Here's Psychic because we're trying to avoid that exact situation that we just had. Okay, we dodged the Stun Spore at least. Psychic. Leer right here. We get a Hydro Pump, but we survive, okay? Go and recover here. And recover again. The problem is that we've got the Leech Seed on. Okay, we get the special drop here. Second special drop. Okay, we're gonna recover up a little bit. So Psychic here again. Okay, we knocked that one out. Psychic here. He goes Rage. And we knock him out. There we go. We get to level 44. We still haven't used any rare candies. And we are all the way ready to go to the league now. So that's kind of hilarious. And really, TMs didn't do a lot for us in this, did they? Most of the time, it was more like, you know, like, oh, great, we got a TM. You know, but they haven't actually been that good. So Alakazam is moving on to the league, but Gengar has a clear lead getting to Lorelei. We're going to show its full run against the league, and then come back and check on Alakazam. Lorelei here. I'm just going to go Hypnosis here. I'm just trying to keep this Dugong from using Rest if I can. Nightshade. There we go. We knocked that one out. Hypnosis here. I just don't know the ranges. This is my first attempt, so yeah, it's not a one-hitter there. This Slowbro literally can do nothing to us, so I'm just going to spam Nightshade over and over again because it's just going to use Amnesia the whole time, so it's an auto win. Jinx can hit us, but again, it's a Pokemon that doesn't have great HP, and as long as we keep it asleep, we're completely golden. Okay. Here, Nightshade's doing just fine. And now here on the Lapras, it's only going to want to use Confuse Ray against us because it's Ghost type, and Ghost is super effective against Ghost, of course. But here, once we get it asleep, we can just use Thunderbolt and easily win. Cool. All right, so here, I'm going to save the game. Let's just try to fight here against Bruno without healing. You know, standard stuff. Psychic. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And now Hitmonlee can't even hit us. And here, Psychic. Oh, he's not a one-hitter, but yeah. And then Machamp can't hit us because we outspeed, so it can't hit Fissure on us. So that was also a very easy win. All right, so this is where we actually do want to heal. And Elixir. I don't know, we might want to learn Psychic here, or PP up Psychic here, just so that we have more PP in that move. Okay, let's go. So Agatha time. Alright, so here I'm just going Psychic here. Don't even think we mess around. Right, like Nightshade will do damage, but okay. So maybe we do need to go Psychic here. Or Hypnosis here, rather. Okay, we're in a Hypnosis war. Okay. Thunderbolt finishes that one off. Psychic here is like a 3-hit KO. Okay, we got a critical hit. Here we put the Haunter to sleep. Okay, nice crit there. We're not really scared of Arbok, so we easily just knock it out. We get confused. We miss Hypnosis, but this one goes Toxic. Okay. And I mean, she doesn't know Hypnosis here, so she can really only affect us with Dream Eater. And there we go. We get through on the second attempt. Nice. Okay, so here it's time to heal up again. And we may as well just drop an Elixir to be safe. Let's get into the fight against Lance. Still haven't used our rare candies. So first things first, I'm just going to try Thunderbolt here. Okay, it's not a one-hitter, but it is a 2-hit KO here. Now we know that this Dragonair can do literally nothing to us because it's just going to spam Agility the whole time. Same for the second Dragonair. So we can just easily win those. Now here, Thunderbolt. And we paralyze this one, so we easily take down Aerodactyl. And now let's just spam Psychic on the Dragonite. Okay, he used the Hyper Potion, but it really doesn't matter. It's just a matter of when he goes down. So we're up to level 50 now. This is the spot where I think we just rare candy up. We're going to get to level 59 here going into the champion. And we're just doing that for speed. And here we'll just full restore. We'll max elixir, so we've got all the PP going in. Let's just try the champion here. So yeah, we're aiming for sub 1 hour here. Thunderbolt, not quite a one-hitter, but we do knock that one out. Cool. We do outspeed this Alakazam here. We can keep it asleep. Nice. And it goes down. Perfect. Now here, this is a spot where we could go for a bunch of badge boosts. I'm just trying to think, what is the remainder of his team after this? We've got Gyarados, Arcanine, and Venusaur. And they're not going to use any physical moves against us. Yeah, so I'm just going to let this one use a bunch of Leers and Tail Whips on me so that I get badge boosts. Here, let's just go for Psychic now. And Nightshade, I guess. Okay, so here, Thunderbolt should just one-shot thanks to all our badge boosts. Psychic here puts us in a 2-hit KO range, but no problem. We've made it to Venusaur. I don't think we even mess around. I think we just go Psychic, Psychic, and there we win. 50 minutes. Sub 1 hour. So Gengar, better than Alakazam on Super Minimum Battles. We can say that definitively. We didn't even use rare candies until just before the champion, and that was just to make sure that we get it on the first attempt, basically. This is stupid. Stupid. So I think the difference between Gengar and Alakazam is Gengar has better coverage, it has better typing for most of the game, and it turns out that it's fast enough and it has enough special to survive against the enemy Alakazams as we go through, and I think that made the difference. It turns out that Gengar beat the entire Elite Four and the champion before Alakazam could even reach Lorelei. Now, we always do this section would be really easy for Gengar given the fact that in Pokemon Red and Blue there are so many Pokemon that won't even attack it in the league, but this is probably a blowout in Pokemon Yellow too, because Alakazam doesn't start out with any attacking moves in that version, so unless you were going to give it some TMs right off the bat, it wouldn't even be able to do super minimum battles. And this is just another run showing that while Alakazam is a really good Pokemon, especially in competitive Gen 1, it's not the best when it comes to solo runs. It doesn't have the type coverage or the status moves that it needs to be really good in this format. We saw that in the minimum battles races between Hypno and Alakazam, where Hypno just completely wiped the floor with it, and we see it again here on super minimum battles, where a Pokemon like Gengar is just clearly superior in every way. But while both of these Pokemon aren't quite as good as Mewtwo in this format, we have successfully proven that other Pokemon are capable of beating the game on these settings. So now the question is just how will Alakazam do against the league? Hopefully it doesn't hit any major walls, but I'm going to use this time to shout out the channel members while we go through these final runs. This is a chancy kind of run. Here's Psychic. Psychic? Yeah, I mean, we're doing so little damage here. I'm already thinking to just reset. Spike Cannon does a lot. I'm going to reflect here. I'm going to recover here. I'm going to Psybeam here. Oh, we get clamped. See, look at that. Oh, we did actually survive, though. Okay, and he's going with Draw. Growl means literally nothing to an Alakazam. Okay, Special Drop, Growl. Or I guess I shouldn't say it means nothing, because it's actually a badge boost, isn't it? Yeah, boost me up, buddy. I'm gonna let you growl at me for a minute here. This is a strat. Ooh. Okay, we're up to -6 in attack, so we'll just finish it off. Psychic here. Special drop. Special drop. Okay. Psychic right here. Blizzard. Oh, we get the critical hit Blizzard. Are you kidding me? We had the strat too. Oh my god. I think we know how to win this one. We're going to go Reflect first in case we get a takedown. Here, I'm going to recover. Here, I'll recover again. This one will never go for whatchamacall against us, Rest, because we're Psychic type. Here's Psychic. We've already set up Reflect here. But now I'm going to just sit here and spam Reflect or Recover until we get to -6 in attack. Because then I think we just get everything that we need. Okay, now Psychic. That was a crit, but there was a special drop. Cool. So that was an easy win. Now, crit there. Double slap doesn't do that much. Okay. On the Lapras. We did about half. And there we go. We take it down. There we go. No rare candies necessary for that one. Destroying this guy every attempt. Psychic. Oh, yes. Psychic. Yes. Psychic. Get wrecked, Bruno. Oh, look at this. You know, 10 to 12 levels lower doesn't matter. Does not matter. So here, oh, it's a 2-hitter. Here, that is a 1-hitter though. Here, Psybeam will finish the job there. Psychic. Not quite a 1-hitter there, but Psybeam will finish the job once again. Psychic, Gen 1 miss. Are you kidding me? Okay, and Psychic here. We get a Nightshade. It does not matter. We have beaten Agatha. Nice. First attempt victory. Easy. So I'm going to set up Reflect first, just in case. I'm going to recover here. Okay, we get the chance to recover some HP because he did that. We can recover again. He misses a Leer. Now I'm going to go Psychic. He hits Leer this time. So that is a badge boost, if I've ever seen one. Oh, and there he knocks me out with the Hyper Beam, the super duper Hyper Beam. Let's just see. So here, Reflect first. Psychic. Here we'll recover. Get a Leer there. Here's Psybeam. He's confused. Psybeam again. He's confused. Easy. Now Psychic one-shots that first Dragonair. One-shots the second Dragonair. Here on the Aerodactyl, it gets him to Hyper Potion range, and we got the special drop. Now Dragonite misses, and there we go. So yeah, we win. We get to level 58, going into the champion. So the strat was definitely to just, yeah, do that. Rare candies. Rare candies. Don't need them until Lance. Alright, so here we go. Time to Reflect first. Oh, he mirror moves. Your mirror move means nothing to me. I recover. Oh, he recovers. Jerk. Psybeam. Psybeam. There we go. Psychic here on Alakazam as it's recovering. Okay. Oh, we don't like the special drop. We need not to have a special drop on us, I think, to actually have a shot here. We get the special drop on his Alakazam. Okay, yeah, I think this one's already over. I think we just need no special drop there. Let's just see. Let's try round 2. Reflect first. He mirror moves again. Psychic. And Psybeam. Now Psychic. Special drop. Psychic. Another special drop. We are confused, but we take that one down that time. Nice Psychic. We get a Fury attack here. I'm going to recover. Kind of hoping he tail whips or leers on me. Okay. Get a heal up here. Horn Drill can't do anything because we're faster anyway. Okay. One more badge boost. There we go. So we've got all the badge boosts now against Exeggutor. We get the special drop as well, so we knock that one out. Gyarados. Okay. Psybeam there. Okay. And here. Oh, it's so close to a one-shot. And he uses Rage. There we go. Took an hour and 3 minutes. You could definitely optimize that sub-hour. I'm sure of it. But, yeah. Alakazam. Super minimum battles. Pokemon Red and Blue is happening. It's happening, guys. 3 hours, 40 minutes. So, I mean, it's slower than both of the Mewtwo's, obviously. 15 minutes slower than Mewtwo in Pokemon Yellow. About 20 minutes slower than Mewtwo in Pokemon Red and Blue on these settings. This is where stats really do start to matter because you don't have levels. Like in a normal minimum battles run, you just get enough levels that it doesn't really matter. But we're not really that far off in this one, are we? I mean, we finish at level 59, So, yeah. That was fun. Cool. See you in the next one, guys. Later.